Hello and welcome. I'm Brad. I'm Sweaty. That's Si. He's Mikeless. And this pretty much sums up our channel right now. We're still trying to work out the kinks, but we hope you enjoy it. Anything you want to add, Si?
Cue the montage.
My God, what a goal!
And welcome back to another pre-match preview. And again, I am joined with a familiar face here, Mr. Ketan Dharni. Boom, boom, boom. Facebook him if you want. Slide into his DMs, not the ladies because he's taken. Well, I don't know. He might be open to more than one girlfriend.
I'm not playing on you, Simon.
Anyway, we'll stick to football here, and we'll start off again just by reiterating what a great, solid win it was against Fulham. Lovely 3-0 win, easy win, my ad, in the second half, that is, not the first half. And of course, Luton Town with a good win of their own as well. 1-0 win away against Swansea. Swansea came off a really good win the week before as well, so I suppose we're kind of expected to beat Luton quite comfortably. But Luton scrapping to stay alive, stay in the Championship. Have come off with a big win there. So their heads will be high, tails high as well. Looking to try and have a double victory. One over Swansea and one over us. I think as well, when you look back at the first game against Luton for Leeds, when we played them away, obviously we got a little bit of fortune. It was an own goal, wasn't it, near the end that got us the victory. So I think they'll still take some confidence from that when they look back at that game because they did play quite well against us, to be fair. And of course, Fulham as well. Go back onto Fulham here. Mitrovic, dirty elbow, straight to Ben White. He's found himself a 3-match ban now. Deserved, of course. Deserved 3-match ban. Surely must have dented their automatic. If they had any at all left anyway after the weekend. I think it's pretty much done for now. No Mitrovic, they're going to struggle, aren't they? What do you think of the Mitrovic situation?
I think, first off, I was surprised. Well, it was diabolical, the fact he got away with it. And so early in the game, I think it was, a minute and a half in?
Yeah, literally.
Not even, you're thinking, if that goes your way, 10 men, their best man got off. It probably would have been about 6 or 7-0. Never mind 3.
Well, you've seen him against Wigan when they had 10 men.
It's as I'm sure if you're watching on Sky, Steve McLaren said, it's just typical Mitro. He's been done before. He's been handed a 3-game ban before when he was at Newcastle when he was adjudged to have elbowed Manuel Lanzini of West Ham United. And you're going, if you're the FA and he's done it. It's a man who's proven record of having that aggressive side to him. How many people do you have to elbow? How many times do you have to do to get away with it for only a few games? I was surprised. I mean, obviously, I'm happy they did take some action and, you got the ban. But I still think it was worthy of maybe a 5 or 6 game ban, considering it's a repeat offence.
Do you think that's partly because of the stardom side, because he's not like a massive football player, that he hasn't got the ban that other players would get? Like the Suarez, for example, or players like that.
Potentially. Obviously, because it's Championship football. It's Fulham. It's not like he's a Man United player or anything like that. Yeah, I can see that side. Maybe because it's not as important for them. Maybe they were a bit more lenient, but I still think as players looking on, they're going, well, if he can get away,
how many more?
Exactly. So I think he is lucky. Not that it'll matter, like you said. In my opinion, they're out of the playoff. They're out of the automatic push.
Yeah, definitely. I think I agree on that note there. Luton though said they were scrapping to stay up. Do you think they could potentially get a result against us? How confident are you in Luton?
See, that's the thing. I'm not going into this game thinking, yeah, we'll win absolutely blitz them, or even in terms of 3 points, it's going to be a very tough game. Nathan Jones has come back in now for his second stint at the club. They've come back. The 2 games they've had, they were against the Preston side first week back, drew 1-1. The Preston team pushing for the playoffs, and then again another team pushing for playoffs in Swansea, and did a job on them. And they have got some good players, like the number 14, I think his name's Corn. I don't know his name. You'll recognise him. He's got a blonde hairdo. Yeah. Obviously they got Izzy Brown, Colin.
He had some good feet against Swansea, didn't he, as well?
So I think it's not a team that's gonna turn up like we saw as well in the first game against them. It was a tough all game, that away trip, and even though we did get the win, especially when I remember when they equalised to make it 1-1, you just the momentum they had.
Yeah, I thought we were going to lose. I genuinely thought we were going to lose the game.
Granted, it was that atmosphere they generated in the stadium, so that's kind of out of it now.
Well, wait till they meet our crowd is. They're going to be shitting themselves.
Yeah, luckily for them, Bin Laden's gone.
Well, that explosive atmosphere you were talking about the other day, it works a charm, didn't it? Being a win for Leeds.
But no, I mean, I think on paper, like man to man, etc., like we are a better team. But we know what's going to happen tomorrow. They're going to turn up, put 10 men behind the ball. They're going to sit deep, try and soak pressure, and try hit us on the counter. Which is, I'm sure, is not going to come to any surprise to the players or Bielsa planning for that. I just really hope if we get an early goal, it'll be a comfortable evening in my eyes.
I mean, based on stats.
Yeah.
Unless we get like an 8th minute goal and then they get 10 men, then we might lose like we did against Wigan. But that's the exception, because even the stat that came up, it was like the last 45 games we'd scored first. We'd won like 40, drew 4 and lost 1, and that was obviously against Wigan. But that was an anomaly one. That was just a ridiculous game.
That was the game with Pablo missed the penalty. Everything like that. That was a freak game.
Leeds are for your power.
That was on my birthday. So that was the worst birthday I've ever had in my life.
Oh, good to great.
But no, honestly, I think if we do. And look, we can talk about Luton, their resurgence under Nathan Jones, but at the end of the day, whether we're playing Luton Town, Liverpool, Fulham, at the end of the day, you got to look at yourself.
Yeah.
And I still fully believe if we play the way we can, Harrison, Costa, they can really get at their fullbacks. Bamford, you saw a good clinical finish in the game against Fulham. I think if we get at them and focus on ourselves, I'm confident we can get the 3 points. However, that's a big if we can maintain that level of performance in the second half we saw at Fulham.
Well, that's it. At the end of the day, again, we're expected to dominate the game, as we are pretty much all the teams in the Championship, regardless of West Brom or Fulham. It just all comes down to how clinical we are. If we're clinical as we were against Fulham, even though we were at our best, if we're at our best, we can beat any team 5 or 6-0, can't we? And Luton would be put to the sword if we were that clinical, definitely. Yeah. Speaking of the relegation candidates, we've got our Yorkshire rivals, Barnsley, bottom of the Championship. Huddersfield are now 3rd from bottom. Hull as well, just above there, 4th from bottom there. So we could potentially have 3 teams of Yorkshire going down.
Yorkshire teams going down. I mean,
what do you think?
I have to say, Barnsley, I'm not surprised about. Hull as well, especially during the lockdown when we found out, like Irving and I think it's Lehigh, as like some of the key senior figures at that club were saying they're not going to play when the football restarted. I was kind of then looking at them going,
no chance.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're going to struggle.
They not even won before, did they? So ever since Bowen and Grosicki went, they were just completely.
Exactly. I think the only one that did. I mean, I'm not exactly disappointed it's happened, obviously, because it's Huddersfield, but I am slightly surprised to see them in that scenario for the relegation battle, considering they've got the 4th top goal scorer in the league in Carlan Grant, and they've got a few, like they've got the Arsenal lad on loan, he looks like a promising young player, as in they've not got a bad little team there. and obviously young, exciting manager. I was expecting them to at least kind of kick on a bit when the restart happened, but
Yeah.
home defeat to Wigan, I think, and obviously the drubbing against Nottingham Forest again as well. Look at that, one of their key players, Bakuna, red card, he's gone.
Another hot
It's not looking good. It's not looking good for the Huddersfield fans, no.
So, would it be ideal to say then, and this is coming from Leeds fans, obviously, so no offence to any fans who support Huddersfield, Barnsley, or Hull, but do you think that would be like the ultimate situation for them three to go down, we go up?
Yeah, I mean, it would just be like the little cherry on top of the cake kind of thing. Wouldn't it just be like, yeah. That would, I mean, obviously, all I care about in the day is whether we go up or not. Yeah, but it would be nice, see them go down. That especially Huddersfield, they were giving it all the digging as the best team in Yorkshire when they went up to the Prem and all that.
Scraped through. Got rid of the best manager they ever had, David Wagner. It made no sense.
I mean, yeah, I don't know what they're smoking up there, but I mean, they're coming back to a harsh reality right now.
Thankfully. Back to League One to go. They've had the fun the last few years, haven't they? Premier League and been in Championship. Now getting back down to where they should be. So, back onto Luton then.
Yeah.
Score prediction. What are you thinking?
Right. I think we will continue our momentum from that second half performance against Fulham.
Okay.
And I think we will win the game. I'm going to go 3-1. I'm going to go for Bamford. Going to go for Ben White again because I said it last time. He's going to bag a header soon. He's going to bag one soon. I feel it.
This is the type of game he's more likely to run up and do something though, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. And I'm going to go for Stuart Dallas. I think Dallas get a goal. So yeah, 3-1 I'm saying.
Dallas.
The only reason I'm saying 3-1 is purely because of the fact they've got Collins up top and the lad Bradley in defence. Like they've got some big.
So you think it's going to be from like a set piece?
Set pieces.
Yeah. I agree. I was about to say.
Yeah. So I think that if they are going to score, it's going to be a cross or something. That's what I think we might concede one, but I think hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be comfortable in the end and get 3-1.
I'll copy you with that prediction. 3-1. Different goal scorers though. I'm going to go with a Cooper overhead kick, and then I'm going to go with. I don't know. Do you reckon Bamford will start?
See that's the other thing, I guess, because obviously when he went off at half time, there was pictures of him in the stands with an ice pack on and stuff. But I haven't actually seen Bielsa's pre-match interview. I don't know if he talked about it, about him or Hernandez, because obviously they both, like Hernandez came off after being subbed on with an ice pack on. So I'm hoping them two will be fit. Because even Bamford's one of those players, I know he gets a lot of stick. I've given him a lot of stick, and I've called him Bam Fraud after that. But as in, he is one of those players that's really hot and cold. If he does get a goal, he could end up getting 2 or 3 in the next few games. He's one of those players, very, form-based player. He's one of those where if he gets one in a game, the next few games he'll bag another couple. So I do hope he starts because
he just needs constant. The thing is, he got taken off at half time after he scored a goal.
Yeah,
would that dent his confidence? I
think that was not based on his performance. I think that was maybe due to saving him for injury, maybe, or even because at the end of the day, look, he wanted to bring on Hernandez, so his other option was take off Tyler Roberts. But if he thought, as in he knows better, Bielsa and the medical staff know better than us, if they feel like Tyler Roberts was in a better position to play.
Which we haven't said that often this season, have we?
We don't know what was said at half time. We don't know if Bamford might have gone up to him and said he feels a nick and he's feeling not 100%.
Well, they said it was purely tactical, didn't they? So, well, they might just be saying that.
They can say whatever they want, yeah.
But to be fair, if it was purely tactical, I think they'd be more likely to say he's injured because it would be better to say that and protect the player more. So I think it was probably purely tactical. But I'm intrigued. Oh, actually, I didn't give my goal scorer today. So I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Pablo. I reckon Pablo's gonna get one. He's got to get on the score sheet after that magical assist from the other day. That did remind me of me in my prime. I'm just talking absolute garbage here. So, but yeah, I'll go Pablo. I want to say Jack Harrison again. I think he's found his shooting boots. He's not going to hit the woodwork. I keep thinking he's going to get double digits for hitting the woodwork this season, but not tomorrow. Tomorrow's not the day he's going to hit the woodwork. So Jack Harrison, and then it gets a bit difficult. I want to say Klitsch, but he doesn't look like scoring at the minute, does he? He really doesn't.
I mean, the thing is, even the game against Fulham, if I said to you, how do you think Klick played against Fulham? What would you say?
He struggled. He made a good couple of tackles. One on Mitrovic especially. We almost got a good counter from it. But other than that, he wasn't in the game.
Right.
He really
I'd
struggled
agree with
in the
that,
game.
but he still showed a good glimpse of that clicky.
Yeah, he has glimpses, but he's always had that. He's always had that. You just hope for a magic moment. Yeah, but then when you compare him to the likes of Hernandez, who does it more consistently, it's very difficult with Klick because we know he's capable of scoring goals. We know he's capable of assists. He's just very inconsistent. It's like Bamford with goals, with his Klick, in my opinion.
It's like even like you said though, against Fulham, Klick didn't have his best game. As
he tried.
But even, for example, that game, the second goal, Alioski's goal, wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for Klick. Klick was the one that played that first time ball down the line for Harrison to then whip it in.
So do you not think other players could do the same thing?
I mean, it was a very... at first glimpse, when I saw the pass, I thought it was Pablo until I saw the replay. I thought it was number 43, I'm not going to lie. But Klick's one of those players, though. If he's on it, like he's a different machine. He's a big.
Oh, I agree. It's just the form of him. He's just very up and down in games and in matches. It's just difficult because he's very marmited to people, and especially with Leeds fans. People either love him or hate him. Some people say, "Oh, get him out of the team. Why is he in the team every week?" Because he's been absolutely trash. Every single week, even if we're winning, and say Klitsch is trash unless he scores. He was one of those without him.
Yeah.
He's such a difficult player to kind of analyse.
The other way you got to look at it is if Klicky wasn't playing, who would fill in? Shackleton? I mean, he's got the potential, but I mean, we've not seen anywhere near enough of him this season to say, yeah, you warrant a start over Klicky. No chance.
It'd have been interesting if we had Forshaw. Because if we had Forshaw, would he have played?
He had his critics last season, and rightly so. I didn't think he had the best of season last year, but I have to say, the start of the season this year,
he was on it, wasn't
he? He was very good, and unfortunately for him, he had the injury. But who knows? He might actually be back in time.
I was going to say, do you reckon he'll be back on the bench at some point?
I'd have to see. Hopefully, I mean, who knows? I mean, it wouldn't be any harm if he was. Another option on the bench, another senior player on the bench. I had. Considering literally all academy products. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's 7. We've got 7 on the bench. Is it 7 or 9 we've got on the bench?
I can't remember. I think it's
9. It'd be 9. Is it 9?
I think it's 9, and you can make 5 subs.
Yeah. So it'd be good to have it. Obviously, more options are better. I ain't give my last prediction and score yet, have I? So for the last goal scorer, I'm gonna go Harrison double.
Harrison double.
I was considering Costa and Pablo for maybe double, but I think Harrison will play the full game. And I'm gonna go Harrison double. Mark my words, that man is gonna hit double digits of goals by the end of the season.
I mean, look, I'm sure Harrison will be feeling good about himself right now. He got a goal and an assist on against Fulham.
Exactly.
It was a lucky assist, but I mean, it is.
Yeah, he's feeling good.
He's feeling good. He'll be feeling good.
Feeling good with his missus as well at the minute, as I keep seeing on his Instagram.
Thank you for watching our video. If you want to look professional and act like it too, just see me and where I got this shirt.
And you can pay him absolutely nothing for some free advice on that to look professional.
I don't know how to get you an iron, but I can get you a shirt. That's the main thing.
It comes creased as well, all creased up just for your liking.
Exactly. We've got to keep it personal, just like our videos. And if you like them, like you like this shirt, don't
Then
forget.
please roast Brad.
Yep.
Oh, that as well. See you in the next one.
See you in the next one. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.